Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me today. I have a new journal created using vintage photos or vintage images of birds and botanicals. And I was inspired by these three little napkins that I had found online. I was actually looking for something that was more Victorian birds, and these little creatures popped up with their funny hats. And it reminded me of growing up and watching movies with Carmen Miranda dancing with a fruit bowl on her head, and it just made me laugh. So I decided to create a whole journal around these images. Before I do a flip through, I wanted to show you a couple of things. One is that people are all the time asking about printers and inks and if there's a big difference, and I'm hoping that you can tell, especially in the reds here, the difference between good Red River paper in a photo type inkjet printer, and then even though this is a good quality laser printer paper, the laser printer comes out more orangey and brown, which has its own merits and I like it, but it's not quite is vivid to me, and it ended up that I used different scrapbook papers because the colors didn't warrant themselves to use the same. The book measures 9 by 6. It's 8.5 by 11 sheets folded in half. I worked on the cover using Cheryl at Deli Girl 1961. She had a recent video on mixed media covers where she puts the paint in with her gel medium, and you probably can't see it in this light. I didn't have her mica, but I put some glitter in some of the gel medium to add as well, and then I used glossy accents to bring out the eyes and the birds. The cover is Kraft-Tex. This one was the black Kraft-Tex, and you can contrast that with the what they call the natural or brown one. It is 2 signatures sewn in with the cross stitch. The corners are Tim Holtz. It's a Tim Holtz hitch post, and this is seam binding that I dyed. The papers inside that I used to blend with this is K&Company. I also borrowed from Cheryl this idea of creating some writing tablets and putting them in a belly band in the pages, and here I have decoupaged from the napkin one of the owls. I made a series of large tags to go with this particular journal. This is just a basic collage page I made. The blank pages are decorated with Recollections washi tapes that seem to go real well with the K&Company papers. There's another one of the napkins on an envelope flip. It's a pocket here for just a plain journaling card. This is a tuck spot, but I don't have anything in it. Another one of the napkin images. I first decoupaged it to a plain piece of paper and then put it on the orange paper because the orange paper was showing through too much. Another one of the large tags. Just blew up the image from the napkin. That's the size of the napkin, and just made it larger. Here's an envelope I created with the napkin with just a little bit of writing paper inside. Another empty pocket. Another large tag. This is actually another little tuck spot underneath here, but I haven't decided what I'm going to put under there. Another envelope created with the napkins, and another little writing pad with leftover scrapbook paper. Large tag made out of leftover scrapbook paper. And this is the napkin decoupage to a piece of cardstock to make the pocket, because the napkin by itself is not strong enough to be a pocket. Another one of my large tags in a tuck spot. This was a tag and I just cut it down and made a, it didn't print exactly correctly, and I just made another tuck spot using it. There's a lot of room in here for journaling, as you can tell. A lot of bright colors that kind of go with kind of a tropical theme. Another one of my tags, another envelope. This one is just plain on the back, and a double pocket from 2 torn pieces of scrapbook paper. It's one of those craftyirina ideas. Made a little pocket and put on another one of the napkin birds, and then this is just the napkin birds on index card. Another large tag. Fussy cutout around the edges of the flowers on one of the pieces of scrapbook paper for that pocket. Another one of these little writing tablets. This is actually a double belly band, so there is room to put something there as well. The last of my envelopes that I created, and another napkin on a piece of cardstock to make the pocket. Oops, missed one. So now when I see those Victorian ladies with their huge hats, and some of them have an entire bird on their head, it just makes me laugh even more after having created this little book with the birds with the flowers on their heads. Another fussy cut piece of the card. And that's the end. That's the back cover. Some more of the little birds. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to create, and I thank all of you who have subscribed. I'm up to almost 250 subscribers, and I'm trying to come up with a giveaway once I reach that 250 mark as a reward to somebody for being a sub on my channel. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoyed these little crazy birds. Thank you.